So how does Pema comfort Ezra Klein? He presents her with his feelings of uncertainty, discomfort, and insecurity. And here's her opening answer, which turns the episode into an hour-long category error tinged with magic and melancholy.
The approach that Buddhism takes is that, there's this expression about only way out is through.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really sort of the idea. And one of the things that I've started saying is that to get your nervous system used to certain things, if you try to just go about trying to change the outer circumstances, which of course I applaud people that try, but this is more an approach of working with what the outer circumstances trigger in you.
Now, if you heard a tiny note of condescension in "I applaud people who try to change the world," it's because Chodron comes from a sect where the highest teachings are tantric. Tantrism posits that outer reality can be transformed through inner practices that perfect a fantasy of the world as always already divine. Every revolution is an inner revolution. Because everything is already perfect, in practice this means that Chodron's community does no activism. The only social service they offer is teaching meditation to the marginalized and incarcerated. They're not doing liberation theology. This also means that her phrase, "the approach that Buddhism takes," is grandiose, because there are many Buddhist streams that have nothing to do with Tantrism. So that's a category error. A political pundit paid to comment and theorize on the material conditions of the world is hosting a meditation master who focuses on changing things from within. The next category error involves the phrase, "there's no way out but through." Now, this trope is common in many types of meditation instruction. But in the broader culture right now, the most compelling iteration of it is Kino Loy in Andor screaming that the only way out of the Death Star prison factory is through killing the guards. And that's what I want to get to. Klein is a liberal pundit whose current vocation is to advise Democrats on managing conflict with fascists. But he spends his career not going through anything, but accommodating, ratcheting right, and licking boots. Charlie Kirk was doing politics the right way. Maybe we shouldn't look too closely at the history of racism, he tells Coates. I agree with you, Sarah McBride. We shouldn't talk so much about trans people. Too controversial. Sure, my buddy Ross Douthat. Maybe we should run pro-life candidates in Kansas. Klein does not stand up to power, and I'm sure all the folding and fawning feels bad. And Pema can help with that, giving simple instructions to breathe through his feelings, relax the contraction in his solar plexus, and remember that his true nature rises above all conflict. But Pema can also give him the sense that he is bravely facing problems. She can guide him to sit with and bear the discomfort of not knowing how he'll find common ground with Bret Stephens or sell Marjorie Taylor Greene on abundance. So it's the perfect spirituality for a liberal in need of consolation and validation, and who believes that the basic suffering of capitalism must be metabolized in the heart center, but not changed.